Thank you for having me. Bon dia. Gracias per convidarmi today here. So, I think the only hack is that I will be talking in English and probably in French if you want it, or if you want me to speak French. So thanks again for having me. So I am the CEO of Global Science Transfer, and I am also a lead at Hoffmann La Roche, a pharmaceutical company, and I wanted to recognize that. So today I will be talking to you about women's, obviously, but I want to talk specifically about women's working in biology, in research, in chemistry, in physics, where we were, where we are, and where we should be in the future. Should I do that? So this is just a snapshot to remember all of us that we have a history, and we need to remember the challenges we were facing, but a number of those challenges we are still facing them. There is many, many challenges, but I choose to talk about 3 of them because I have been myself suffering from them as a scientist. And I will tell you more about me and why I am talking about this subject specifically. So women in research, not only biology, but all STEAM technologies, they suffer from 3 main challenges. One is having more publication, more women publishing in science as first author, but also as a last author, which means that you are the director of research. The second one is the citations. Women tend to be less having citations in the research. And the last one, but not at least, is receiving foundings. And I can tell you myself, after I did my postdoc and doctor degree in France, I went to Canada. I am coming from Canada, and it has been difficult to receive chairs of research to continue my research studies. And actually, before talking about me, about you, about the women of today, I want to recognize those many women. There is only 3 here, but there is many and many and many of them that inspired us, motivated us, and make the woman we are today. So Marie Curie, she has a special place in my heart. Jane Goodall and Rosalind Franklin. Rosalind Franklin, and I was even yesterday sending a picture to Eva because I wanted to have the DNA double helix in this presentation today. So who knows, all of you did primary school, secondary school, or maybe if you went and did a PhD or a master's degree in science, you all heard about the DNA. But when we talk about DNA, the only names we keep in mind are James Watson, Kirk, and obviously those people, those 3 men, they received a Nobel Prize. But there is a woman I want you to remember. Always remember when we talk about the DNA and the genes is actually Rosalind Franklin. Rosalind Franklin unfortunately died at the age of 38, so she wasn't able to receive the Nobel Prize because you have to be alive to receive the Nobel Prize. But we are here today. I came from Canada to Barcelona, and I want to talk about her and recognize her because she inspired me, and she still inspires a lot of women. Jane Goodall, someone earlier in the presentation, she said, women struggle because some women say, you know what, I have to sacrifice my life. I have to sacrifice my quality of life. I have to not see my children. I have 2 kids. I left them in Montreal for 15 days because I had to go to Paris to do business meetings. And I'm here, and I'm honored to be here in Barcelona. But I left my kids at home. They were texting me each day, and Eva knows. Eva and I, actually, we have 2 daughters, and they go to the same school in Montreal. But I am here because I want to talk and I want to give credit to those women before talking about me. So Jan, she's a British, she spent all her life in Africa. She gave all her life to understanding the primate, the chimpanzee. We call her whisper chimpanzee. Why we do that? Because if today we're able to develop a new medicine, if today we're able to do clinical trial and studies in animals and not in humans, human rights, right? It's because of her and other women like her who sacrificed her life to understand how animals work. And obviously, the other one I want to talk about is Marie Curie. Marie Curie, as I mentioned, is important for me because Marie Curie is until today the only woman who carries Nobel Prize. So she was lucky enough actually to receive the Nobel Prize. But all of you know, we never say Marie Curie, we say Pierre et Marie Curie. You know, even me, sometimes I say Pierre et Marie Curie. But there is something I want you to recognize here. Marie Curie faced more than a challenge of being a woman. Marie Curie was Polish, was Jewish, and she was a woman in Paris, in France. So she had actually to go over that. It's not just about being a woman or a white woman. It's about having another religion, non-popular religion, coming from a country where maybe it's not that popular. So allow me to talk a little bit of politics or a little bit of this, but that's important. There is a number of women that suffer still today because they are black, because they are Arabic, because they are Spanish from South of America. So all of this need to be mentioned. And I want to say thank you to all of you because all of you in your presentation today mentioned about diversity, inclusion. So that's an important part I wanted to highlight today. And we were talking about STEM women. I am amazed by Spanish women, and I want to take and work as you guys and spread the word about diversity, inclusion in Canada, but globally. Those women are very important. If you didn't saw this movie, I really invite you to see this movie. It's really a message of women who needs to wake up in the morning and they have their periods, about the women who are black, about the women that have families. It's all the struggles a woman can face. So please go and see those movies. Those movies has been a key players, three women. There is a lot we can learn from them about friendship, about supporting each other as a woman. Yes, they were black. Yes, they were the first mathematician. I mean, Dorothy Vaughan was the first black supervisor in NASA. And when she was given the opportunity actually to grow in her career, she said, no, I don't want to be a supervisor. The only way I can be a supervisor if I am taking all my black woman friends and colleagues with me to where I am going to get a promotion. Catherine Goebel is an amazing one. Go and see the movie. You will see how much she faced. She has to walk hours and hours and hours to go to the colored toilet where the other friends' men were staying in their office and everyone was asking her, where were you? You're late. She was the woman who put together the mathematical algorithm which allows the first USA man to go to the space. And obviously, the last and not the least, Mary Jackson was the first mathematician, first engineer in Virginia State in USA. That state didn't allow any black woman, any woman actually, but any black woman to go and do her engineering. But she has been smart. Those are smart women and amazing women. And I wanted to give them back their honor before we talk about all of us here in this room. They keep inspiring me again and again. Okay, here I'm very shy about talking about me, but I think I have to do it because this is how we motivate women. This little girl there is me near Volkswagen. I didn't know that Volkswagen was recognized today, really. But I grew up in this nice place. I has been fortunate because I grew up in the south of France, but I came, I'm Mediterranean. Half of my genes come from north of Africa. And I was meant to be a boy. My mom had 4 girls, and I was meant to be a boy. She was trying to have the boy because, even today, I can't hear it from, what my parents own, because from where I come, women don't hear it. So what I had to do is to work hard, is to fight hard. But I was lucky enough because someone of you, I think it was Joanna, she said if we have the passion, if we have the love, if we have the motivated, we can actually move mountains. And it's tough to talk about myself like that, but I fought. I worked hard. I did my master's degree in Marie Curie, in Pierre Marie Curie University. It was my inspiration, a PhD in Paris, and then I traveled overseas. And when I traveled overseas, I followed my dreams. I worked as a scientist. I joined the pharmaceutical industry. I worked with the biggest group, AstraZeneca, Eli Lilly, Hoffman La Roche. I had all the opportunities. I started as a medical lead. I went global lead. I was an associate director. I recruited people. And I made sure that diversity was actually part of that. This is me sitting in Hoffman La Roche office in Toronto. And what you have behind me is the DNA. And this is my company. I only have 5 minutes to talk about my company. My company is all about global science transfer. So I do transfer your ideas. I take care of your ideas. I want to support women's project and all the projects that has a woman in at the heart of everything. I have the best man in the world, okay? We need our men with us, right? It's because that I have my husband and he loves me and he supports me that I am here. He's at home taking care of my kids. I am not saying that we do it alone, but we do it with every one of you and we transfer. My role, actually, if there is one take-home message for you is if you have any idea and you want actually to go in Canada, to go to America, to go to South America, and you want to get that market, there is one person to remember, and that's myself, Zara, at Global Science Transfer. Now, what do? We take care of your innovation. We help you to put together your patent. We connect you with the researchers, with universities, with private laboratories. And then we do evaluation of project. We do like you did today. The winning project is selected. And then we can help you to get financial support, work with foundation. We heard a foundation talking earlier. So this is what we do in our company. And obviously, I want to let some people talk on my behalf.
Focused on improving the integration of medical research into healthcare settings. My role was to bridge the gap between research and healthcare practices, working to facilitate the translation of scientific findings into healthcare solutions. Global Science Transfer proved to be an invaluable partner for my work. They guided and connected me to a network of experienced professionals and researchers in Canada, helping me establish crucial collaborations. Their guidance in navigating the Canadian healthcare landscapes and opportunities was instrumental in the success of our initiatives.
Obviously,
I was a
this
medical
one
affairs
is Rudy.
professional, new to oncology and breast cancer, and was responsible for engaging key opinion leaders in scientific, peer-level discussions on the evolving landscape of HR-positive, HER2-negative early breast cancer. I think there were 3 main elements that I greatly appreciated in their mentorship. Enthusiasm and passion for developing others, especially women in STEM. Willingness to share their experience, expertise, and knowledge. And sharing candid feedback with empathy. So this is grounded in their knowledge that scientific innovation, combined with the right teams and trusted scientific relationships, has tremendous potential of improving the lives of people with cancer.
So again, Rudy now works with AstraZeneca. She is a medical lead of oncology. And obviously, she worked with us as Global Science Transfer to upskill her. We were talking about providing the trainings and making the connections, mentoring. And now she's happy. She's doing what she wants to do with the same message all the time. Do it when you love it. And the day you feel you want to go to the next step, Global Science Transfer is again with them to support them moving to the next step. We were talking about upskilling earlier. This is just an idea. I will not go through it, but we can help you if there is any development of an idea from an E until the submission to the market. And obviously, for the last 32 minutes, I want to go back to where I started, that the challenges are still, but if we work together, we support together, we can actually move mountain. We can move women from across the world, from a country to a country, so then we can share best practices and we can help more women to grow. Thank you so much.